the Bills Mafia and the fans out there in Buffalo, so supportive of their football team. So really, what a great accomplishment for Buffalo and for that guy right there, Josh Allen.
They're closing in on the 25-year anniversary of the last playoff victory. They beat the Miami Dolphins on December the 30th, 1995. That was the last playoff win. That's the next step now, it feels like, for this Buffalo team. 6 straight playoff losses, some heartbreak last year against the Texans in overtime. But Josh Allen and this different-looking Buffalo offense will head into the playoffs as division champions for the first time in a quarter century. We got Game 2 coming up on NFL Network of our Saturday doubleheader. Packers and Panthers with Joe, Kurt, and Melissa. Outstanding job by our crew today, the wonderful women and men here in Denver. For Mark Schlereth, Lindsay Zarniak, Adam Amin saying so long. That does it for us at Mile High. Stay tuned for the Mercedes-Benz post-game show and Packers and Panthers coming up next on NFL Network.
20 AFC East champions, Bills Mafia. Go ahead, treat yourself. The drought is officially over. A 48-19 win for the Bills tonight. What's up, everybody? I'm Colleen Wolfe with Joe Thomas, Steve Smith Sr., and Michael Irvin. And let's talk about this win for them. First of all, let's go to the AFC East standings, because for so long now it has been the Patriots at the top of that division, and now the Bills can finally say that they are the best in that division right there. 11-3, now 4-0 in their division games, and really it was all because, well, not all because there was a lot of great performances tonight, but Josh Allen led the way for this Bills team. He is our Mercedes-Benz star of the game. 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Joe, he was sensational.
Yeah, it's easy to get carried away when we're talking about NFL quarterbacks this season because there's been so much offense. But when you watch Josh Allen tonight, he was extremely impressive. He deserves all the hyperbole we're going to pour on him. He was excellent with his decision-making throughout the night. He was almost perfect on when and where to throw, flawless on when and where to scramble. He was such a weapon, whether he had the ball in his hand and he was running, or whether he threw to some of his receivers. He was absolutely perfect.
He was. He did a great job maneuvering and manipulating the pocket. You had Cole Beasley and Stephon Diggs with over 100 yards receiving tonight. So that was the first game of our doubleheader. And guys, make sure you tune in this week, because all week long we have Good Morning Football, 7 a.m. Eastern weekdays. Also, you know, the weekend edition's pretty great too. That is coming up on Saturdays your way as well. But let's take a look at this NFC playoff picture ahead of Packers-Panthers. As you can see, the Packers right now, that 1 seed, that means they would get the only bye in the conference, because those are the new rules. They have the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Saints at this point, both 10-3. But how important is home field advantage for the Packers if they want to make a Super Bowl run here, Steve?
Well, it's extremely important in the regards of how cold it is in Green Bay. But other than that, you don't get the home field advantage of the fans, the stadium crowd noise. That doesn't really factor in anymore. But also, too, you get that bye, the only bye. But the only thing I dislike about that, and I was corrected by the NFLPA, it used to be if you were in the first round bye, you did not get a check. Now everybody gets a check, so that's good. But really, I like this. I don't like getting that bye, because if you're rolling like the Packers, you want to just keep going. You don't want to stay stagnant or slow down. You want to keep letting that engine go.
Yeah, guys, you know, for me, guys, when I see it, the most important thing for Green Bay is Green Bay gets home field advantage, and you get to play Tampa Bay. You may get to play New Orleans Saints or the Rams. Each of those teams, I call warm weather teams. Each of those teams really use the pass game. They're not big runners. So when it gets cold in Green Bay, and you've been in Green Bay throwing the ball all year long, it gives you a huge advantage. Those teams use the pass game, and the weather can hurt them big time.
Well, I'm sure they would love to have that #1 seed, home field, have everybody coming on into the frozen tundra. But tonight, it starts with this game against the Panthers as they continue their quest for that #1 spot. Of course, there's plenty more coming your way for Week 15.